MASH had a handful of failed spin-offs that attempted to mimic the success of the war comedy drama, but none of them could match the original, and one even ended up making a beloved character's exit from MASH feel less significant. The 1972 series MASH introduced audiences to the staff of the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital in South Korea during the Korean War and earned acclaim from all corners of the TV viewing public. The show picked up 100 Emmy nominations and 22 Golden Globe nominations, winning 14 and 8 times, respectively. Despite the success of the series and the plaudits and attention the actors received, the cast eventually voted to end MASH, deciding that the show was running out of steam and ending on a high note would beat fizzling out into obscurity. It was a respectable decision and one that horrified producers and CBS execs who couldn't bear to lose their cash cow. Their response was to create MASH spin-off shows, after MASH, Walter, and Trapper John, MD. Only one was moderately successful, and another actively harmed a beloved character's exit from MASH. MASH hurt Radar's original ending by having him return for its Walter spin-off. Radar's exit in MASH Season 8 was perfect. One of the most beloved characters in MASH is Walter Eugene Radar O'Reilly, played by Gary Berghoff. Radar is a company clerk with the 4077th, nicknamed for his uncanny ability to know what people want before they ask and hear approaching helicopters before they land. Radar is a good soldier who cares about everyone. As great a part as it was, Berghoff began to grow tired of the role and asked to leave so he could spend more time with his family. CBS acquiesced, and Radar was given the perfect ending in Season 8. In the two-part send-off, Season 8, Episodes 4 and 5, Goodbye, Radar. Radar is allowed to go home after he's alerted of a death in the family. Though he is concerned about leaving the 4077th, Hawkeye, Alan Alda, sets him straight, and he agrees to leave. The 4077th attempts to hold a party, but duty calls, and everyone is too busy to give a proper farewell. Instead, Radar looks in on the operating room at Hawkeye, who gives Radar a rare salute, one of the few he ever offers, and Radar gives it back and is driven out of camp. It's a moving ending for a beloved character, but the wind is taken out of his departure with the MASH spin-off, Walter. Only the pilot of Walter ever aired, but it was enough to sour the taste of the character. The pilot finds Radar now working as a police officer in St. Louis, Missouri. Flashbacks revealed he failed at farming, his new wife left him, and he tried to take his own life. It's barely Radar as we know him, and though it was only for a pilot, it turns a great ending for the character into a meaningless stopgap. Walter not moving forward makes MASH's Radar choice even more frustrating. The series never got the chance to prove itself. Radar, Gary Berghoff, salutes a mirror in MASH Season 8's Goodbye, Radar, Part 2. What's worse is that with Walter only being a pilot episode, it makes Radar's botched ending even more frustrating. Not only did his character have to be resurrected, hurting the character's exit in MASH, but he wasn't even given enough time in the spin-off show to try and prove himself. Who knows, maybe Walter could have been a hit, and would have been an interesting exploration of the character. Maybe Walter could have given Radar a second good ending, making his MASH 1 still meaningful. Now Radar has a marred ending, and nothing to show for it. What went wrong with Walter and MASH's other spin-off attempts? The magic of MASH could not be recaptured. Hawkeye, Alan Alda, talking with Gary Berghoff's Radar O'Reilly. Every MASH spin-off didn't work for one reason or another. The best of the three, Trapper John, MD, lasted for 7 seasons, so it can be considered a success, but it's left no cultural footprint and has been all but forgotten about. After MASH was considered a colossal failure. The creator of the show blamed the problems on its core idea, which was it being a sitcom about 3 characters who only really worked in an ensemble and were nobody's favorites in the original MASH. The pilot of Walter was bad enough that CBS did not pick up the show. The pilot only aired in 3 of the 4 US time zones and is now just a curiosity for MASH enthusiasts, if they can find it. All 3 spin-offs prove a lesson too few network executives will ever heed, that you can't extend a show's success forever. Unless you're a soap opera, you'll eventually need to let a series or franchise end. If you milk it past the point of no return, you get things like Radar's ending in MASH being compromised.